Hello friends, welcome back. This is Amit from Magnet, and today we are going to recreate this scene. So first take a look what we are going to create.
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time.
So before I start, I have to say if you like this video, please go and check my other videos, and if you like those videos, please do subscribe this channel because I really need your subscription. So please do this. And yes, to recreate this scene we need some assets, and in this video I am using Terrascape for those mountains and the valley, and you also need those tree, and this comes with my free tree model pack for Element 3D, and you can download this, and I will give the link in the description. And I also give you this rig model, that is the OBJ sequence, and I create by using Mixamo. And if you don't know how to make a rigging inside Mixamo, you also watch my previous tutorial on that. I will also give the link in the description, so you will know how to do these things. So after getting all those assets, we will do these things together. So let's do this. So first we create a new composition. So go to the composition and create new composition here. Okay, and now we create a new solid and name this element and hit OK. So now go over the effect and presets, and inside video copilot you will find element, and now go to the scene setup. So here we are in element. So first we import this valley that I use from the video Remal media, that they create this pack, that is the Terrascape, and you will get this model from their site, and that is the Terrascape. And there are so many nice looking mountains, and I am using the reduced one because it will not make much load in GPU. So I am using this because my PC is not so good enough. So for this I am using that Ireland Hills, and I am going to rotate this because I want this peak inside in my left side. So just click in the rotation switch here and click on that yellow marker here and press shift to snap this like this. Press shift and just rotate it, it will snap to a perfect angle. Okay, so maybe that is not big enough, so I am using 2 of this. So just shift this here and then press alt and drag the Z axis. So now we will get a 2 copy of this value. Okay, so that look nice for now. And then I am using some mountains for our far land. Okay, so for this there are some mountains also, that is the snowy mountain. I just click on that and it will take little time to import here. Okay, so here is the mountain, and now we drag this to like this. Okay, and maybe we scale that up like this. Okay, and as you can also see there are some gap here, so we have to fix this just dragging this. Okay, so now we also duplicate our mountain, that is the snowy mountain. Just click on the x-axis and press alt and then click on the x-axis and just drag this. Okay, and maybe we scale it down a little bit and maybe we rotate to make it different like this. Okay, and maybe we also scale it differently like this, and again we also duplicate it one more time like this and also rotate this. Okay, so we get something like this for now, and maybe we can also create a plane for our ground. So just place it here and scale it up like this and apply that same material. Okay, so that look like this. So now we put some trees on here, and instead I am using the tree in replicator settings, that is the inbuilt replicator effect inside element 3D, but we put our trees manually here. Okay, so it will take little time, but believe me, it will look nice for now. So for the tree you will need my tree model pack, that is the magnet tree model pack version 1.0, and that is a free model pack for element 3D, and you will get this model free from the link I gave in the description. So just go in there and download this pack. That will very awesome model pack for element 3D. So there are so many trees, and you will also get some bonus models and also get a soldier obj sequence here, the running soldier obj sequence here, and also some custom objects and also grasses, orchids, and the same trees without the leaves if your PC is not heavy enough to handle the trees with the leaves. So there are those models, and I am using this tree, and just click and it will appear in the viewport. So our tree is bit large, so I have to normalize its size too. So after selecting this tree model, and there are option that is the optimize mesh, just click on that, and then you will get the normalized size, so also click on that and go to the scale and set it to 100. Okay, so that is the normal size of the tree model, and now we have to change the size little bit more. Okay, so first we place our tree somewhere you like, and then we scale this down. Okay, scale this down, and now we place our trees. So make sure that your tree stick with the ground, not floating. And once you import any object, there is a switch, and if you click on that, it will focus on your model. Okay, so that will handy to place your object whenever you want. So now we duplicate it again, so place it, change the position, and then also rotate it, make it look different, and then also scale it down a little bit or scale it up, just make a different copy of the tree. So again we change and make a different trees here, and just change the position and also increase the size and also rotate it. Okay, so I am fast forwarding this tutorial here because you also get the idea how to place your trees. So I am just put some random position, and then we will talk again about this. Okay, Okay, so that look nice for now. And now we need the environment. So you can also download a free environment pack from my site, and I will give the link in the description. And once you install this, you will get the pack inside the environment folder here, and there is the pack, that is the magnet HDRI pack. But I am not using this HDRI pack as directly to my environment, because I already make a preset for the environment. And if you don't know how to make the environment, you will definitely check the tutorial on that. I am also made the tutorial for that. So I am going to my favorite folder here, and there I made the preset for my environment, and that is the environment. But we also need our this HDRI map inside the environment, that for the lighting. So we also change the environment for our lighting. So just select any outside environment here. For this I am using that one, and I am using the only the 2K version for this. So that look nice for now. So now we hit OK. So first we create a new camera. So 20mm look nice, and hit OK. And that look nice for now. So maybe we do some changes to our far mountains. So go to element again, and maybe we use different mountain. So go again to the Terrascape and go to the reduced version again, and maybe use that one. So just wait for some seconds. Okay, so maybe we delete the previous mountain that we used. So just select and delete, and also delete that one and this one too. And then we use this mountain, that is the snowy mountain reduced, and also rotate it, and then we place it here. Maybe we scale it little, and then we duplicate it, and maybe rotate. Just do as same as previous we did, just we change the model because that look not nice for our scene. So we just change this to another mountain. Okay, so maybe scale that up, and also duplicate one more time and place it here. So just cover our horizon here. Okay, and maybe our mountain look floaty, so we select all the mountains and make it little down. Okay, and again we select that mountain and also duplicate it, and again we scale it up like this. So it all depends on you how you design your scene. So just place it here and then duplicate again and rotate it, and maybe we place it somewhere in the here. Again our this mountain look floating, so just dip down little bit. Okay, so that look nice for now. So now hit OK. Okay, so as you can see, we saw some environment in the back side because we don't want this. So we go to the scene setup again, and there is the and there is this pair that is represent our environment, and we place it in the auxiliary animation channel number 1, and now hit OK. So go to the group number 1 and go to the auxiliary channel, and then channel number 1 we just go to the rotation and we rotate it something like this. Okay, so you can see the horizon of our HDRI map. Okay, so that is look nice for now. So now we do some lighting, but before we do some lighting we have to put our character here. So for this we go to again to the scene setup, and I'm using an OBJ sequence, and I'm also give this OBJ sequence in the description link, so you will get that OBJ sequence model and you can use it in your own video. So how to import OBJ sequence? So for this we not only just go and click any model and just import here, because it is the OBJ sequence, so we have to import it in a proper way. So go to the file, there is import, and that is a 3D sequence. So for me I paste the OBJ sequence inside the model directory, and once you go inside the folder there is the sequence of OBJs, and I am just only select the first one and then hit open, and it will also import the material as well. So but I don't want our model inside the same folder, so just click and drag to outside the group, and then we place this model to group number 2. Okay, so now again we normalize the size and then go to the optimize mesh option, just check that. Okay, so in initial our model look like this, but we have to change some material settings to make it more realistic. So go to its hair material first and go to that settings, and here is the option called alpha threshold. So just increase it little bit so we see the actual hairs and also the eyebrows. Okay, and again go to the very bottom here, there is a option called drop back face, just check on that. Okay, so that look nice for now, and again we also do some changes to its material. So select this material and go to the diffuse channel and just click and copy and paste it to the glossiness here, and now go to the glossiness channel here, and first we decrease the saturation and tighten the contrast like this and hit OK, and again just copy this and paste it to the reflectivity, and now again copy and paste it to normal bump here, and select this channel and click on here, and there you will find this normal map for the hair, just double click on that and hit OK, and you can also increase or decrease the bump value here, and that is done for the hairs. And now go to its total in materials, and there is also glossiness chamber, so click on that, and again we select this glossiness material, and maybe we tighten the settings a little bit, and again we copy and paste to the reflectivity channel also, but that is not the actual material, so just select the same material, and again we copy that and paste it to normal bump channel, and again go to its normal channel here and select the actual normal map. Okay, so that look nice for now, and if you uncheck the draft texture here you will get a high resolution for the texture, so you can now adjust the normal map as well. Okay, so now go to its reflectivity increase that, and you will get some reflection to the eyes. And if we increase the glossiness, okay, maybe not that much reflectivity, decrease that. Okay, so that look nice for now. So our obj sequence is placed in group number 2 and our entire environment at group number 1. So our element 3D work done is complete. So now hit O. So our model is so large and floating, and that look bit scary, so we have to fix this. But that look nice, I guess. If you want to make any monster scene by using this obj sequence, you can do this. But for now we will not doing this. So just go to the group number 2. First we will create a null object, and that is the group number 2 null object that controls our model. So maybe we name this, so name this as girl. And now we first we scale it down, okay, and also we position it like this, and also we go here. And as you can see, our model is still so large, so we have to scale it down a little bit more. And maybe you can do one thing to match your actual size with the environment. You can just get a reference from the trees, so we know that how much a man's size or a female size as compared to the tree. So if you just make any reference for the tree from the tree and just change the size of your character, so you can do this thing. Okay, so you can place anywhere close to any tree and you can change the scale, so you will understand the actual size of your character. So that is handy for scaling. Okay, so maybe that look nice. So now we get the actual scale of our model. So now we can position our model at desired position. Okay, so first we go here, and then we change the position. So first we go to the element 3D layer, and or maybe go to the its null object, and here from we can change the position as well. So go here, and then change it here, place it the object here. Okay, so now we animate our obj sequence. So maybe our initial point is here, and we have to rotate this. So press R and go to the Y rotation and change it to 180 degree. Okay, so now again press P to bring the position and set a keyframe here, and go to the maybe 10 seconds, and we press N to trim the comp area. And now we animate this like this. So that is our main camera view. So but we have to check that our character moves right or not. So maybe we get a ramp view here, so press 0. So our character looks like too fast, so we have to slow down the animation. So go to the very end, or maybe we just change the initial, or maybe we can just change the initial keyframe here like this, and let's see. It's still too fast, so again let's see now. Again it's still so fast, so again it's still fast, but we have to increase our timeline. So go to the composition settings, and maybe we need to 20 seconds and hit OK, and select all the layer, and then we make it last keyframe. So let's see. Okay, so now our character is a bit slow, so we need to increase the speed. Let's see. Okay, we are getting close, so make a little bit fast. So let's see. A little bit fast. Okay, so now let's see. We need a little bit more. Okay, that look nice. Maybe a little bit more and we good to go. Yes, that look nice. So that is how you can animate the moving character here. So now do one thing, that Element 3D is not a rigid body simulator, so but the ground is too much, I mean it's not even, so we have to animate our character likewise, so it not look that our character deep down to the ground. So in order to animate the character by frame, we have to do one thing to make it easier. So we go to the layer, new, and create a camera. That is our temporary camera, and now we find the object. That is our main camera, and that is the character here. So and initial you can see the character is floating. So now we place our camera here, and then we link the camera with the girl null object here. So in that case you can see, if we go through the timeline, our camera also move with the character. So now we animate the frame by frame to match that, and make sure that our character stick to the ground. So now we only change the y-axis value here. So change it, press Ctrl to fine-tune the animation like this, then go to few frame, maybe when it place the next step. So page down and page up to scrub through frame by frame. So now let's see, maybe we hide our guide layers by pressing Ctrl Shift and H, and then we animate, then again press page down to frame by frame movement, and again we make the animation. So it will take little time, but the animation look nice when it done. So like this. So I fast forward this step because I think you understand how to do this. So we'll talk about after when we done this. Okay, so that look like this. So if you see this, if you play, and you can see, and if you look closely, there is some freeze frame. So we have to fix this. So again, go to the element setup, go to the character here, and there is a start frame and the end frame. So we have to change the end frame, and we decrease the frame number from 23 to 22. Okay, so if we just hit OK, you will see the freeze frame issue is fixed. Okay, so let's play again. Now you can see there is no freeze frame happening. So that look nice for now. So our character animation is done, and now we uncheck the temporary camera and go to our main camera here, and let's place it right. And before we change any camera animation, we have to create a null object to control the camera. So that is the camera control. So name it as camera control, and now we make this controller also 3D and link the camera with that. Okay, so again we need to follow the character. So we just simply connect the camera control with the girl null object. So that is how we can follow the character like this. Okay, and we can also go to the camera and press R to bring the camera rotation values, and maybe we just simply animate the camera by rotating it. So first we rotate the x-axis and make a keyframe here, and then go few frame, maybe 2 seconds, and then reset this. And we also make those keyframe to easy ease by pressing F9. So let's see that our camera moves from ground to the upside like this. Okay, and we also rotate the Z axis like this and make a keyframe, and then go to the very end and we change this. So let's see. Maybe we okay, so that look nice for now. And you can see there is some frame cutting here, so go to the element layer, go to the render setting, and go to the very end. There is a camera cutoff, and just decrease the near plane value here. Okay, so that look nice. So now we create a light for the scene. So go to the layer, new light, and make a parallel light here, and we increase the intensity, and make sure that you check the cast shadow switch here, and now hit OK. So first we go to the element layer, go to the shadow and enable the shadow, and increase the shadow size, map size, and also go to the parallel light and increase the shadow size. Okay, so now again go to the parallel light here and press P and change the position. Okay, so maybe we enable the hide guide layers, so press Ctrl Shift and H again, and now we place our light like this. Okay, maybe we press Shift Ctrl A, or maybe Shift A to bring the point of interest values, and change this as well. Now we so that look nice. Or maybe if you want to place the light in the frame, so just change it to desired position. Okay, so we also get our shadows, and again go to the parallel light, to the light setting, and increase the shadow darkness a little bit and hit OK. And now go to the element layer and go to the ambient occlusion and enable this as well, so that look nice. And if you go to the advanced option and increase the your light influence and the depth influence as well, so that look nice. And finally we go to fog. That is very important. Just enable this by first we select a color from the scene and then enable it. Okay, and maybe we increase that, so that look nice. So now we create a new solid again, and that will be our optical flare layer. So just type OF and another you want. So now go to the effect and preset video copilot and select optical flare, and now go to the option. There is some lens flare, that evening sun is look nice, and hit OK. And go to the lens texture, and maybe we choose something, that one maybe, and increase the fall off and just use little bit, and now hit OK. And now go to the source type to make a track lights, and also decrease the scale And now toggle the switch and change the blending mode to add. Okay, and maybe we change the color to something warmish, and again we go to our parallel light and go to the light setting and also change the color to some warmish color like this and hit OK. And now we go to the optical flare layer again and decrease the brightness a little bit. So let's see how it look nice. So that look nice. And if you want your character to close to the camera, so go to the camera, maybe go to the camera control and press P and change it like this. And now if you play, you can see your character running and the camera also follow your character. So that look nice. And you can also make some camera movement, so press A to bring the point of interest and just simply alt click on the stopwatch and press and type wiggle and press a very little amount like maybe 5,20. So let's see. So it look little bit much, so change the values to maybe 0.5, 10. So let's see. Or maybe if you just want a high frequency shake, so just make it 10 and make it 5 or so. So let's see. Okay, so let's see how it look like. Maybe that is too much of shake, so maybe we change it to 5,2 and maybe change the resolution. And okay, so let's see. So the shakiness looked right, and it also looked nice, the animation. And you can see that when you animate your character frame by frame, and the effort is really make a nice difference to the look. So that look nice. Okay, so that is the trick for this animation. And many of you say that how to make a second camera movement, so that is also simple. So that we make a previous temporary camera. So first you have to render this out, and then we make a secondary camera, that is the temporary camera here that we just made earlier, and go to the another view like this, and and then we just, if we just animate, maybe we do some settings here, maybe we turn off the optical flare for the moment, and again we just increase the fog range like this, and again if we create a null object for the temporary camera and make it 3D and name it as temporary camera control, and that our temporary camera is linked with the girl null object. So just unlink this and link with that temporary camera null object and press P, and if you just change the position of the character, and then we have to rotate this, that we have to animate our camera that can orbit the character. But if you can see that we are not orbiting our character here, so there is a trick to do this thing. So first we place our camera here, and then we create a new null object. So that will be the master null object, so name it as master maybe, and also make it 3D, and now we change its position to the exact same position with the character. So that is the girl null object. So press P and just copy the value. So just press C to copy the X position value here, and go to the master and press P to bring the position and just paste it. We not just simply copy all the keyframes, so we just do it single wise. So next one, copy this and paste it, and then again copy and paste it to the master null object. So now our master null object has the same position as the character. So now we link this master null object to the girl null object. Okay, so things look complicated, but it's very simple. We have three null object. That is, the first one is the girl, that the character null object that controls the character. Then we get a master null object that has the same position for the character null object, and then we link this null object to the girl null object. Okay, so now we link the temporary camera control null object that controls the temporary camera. We link this also with the master null object. So, and that is the camera which is linked with the temporary camera control. Okay, so maybe we place it here. So we can summarize this thing, that is the camera that link with the temporary camera, and the temporary camera link with the master null object, and the master null object link with the girl. So now if you see that we can follow the character, and now if we rotate the master null object, you can orbit the character. Okay, so that is the trick for this. So if we make a keyframe here and go to the maybe 10 seconds or so, and then you rotate this, and maybe we press N, and then we RAM preview this, you can see we orbit the character. Okay, so that is the trick to animate your camera. So, and we also can change the camera position. But we still orbiting the character. See? So you can now animate your camera you want, and then you can render this out as well. So you will get a secondary camera angle shot. So I think you get the idea. So we back to our main camera, So just disable the temporary camera and we are in our main camera here. So go to the end of the frame and maybe we go to the element layer and again we fix the fog settings. Let's reset that. Okay, and enable the optical flare layer as well. So now if we just check the motion blur switch, you will get a nice motion blur and that completes the scene. Okay, so now do some color correction. So color correction is all depends on you, how you want to look your scene. So maybe we go to the new adjustment layer and first we go to the color correction and tint and then go to the color correction and curve, and maybe not equalizer, go to the effect color correction and curve and decrease the tint amount and increase the contrast little bit, and again go to the red channel, go to the blue channel little bit, okay, and then again also create a new null adjustment layer and maybe we do some color correction by choosing some third-party softwares like Look and go to the edit and maybe choose something something like this, and again go to this matte and choose that, give it little bit bloom here and now hit OK. So that look nice. So that is the trick for the scene. So I hope you get the idea, and if you get the idea you can do your, and so many of my subscribers also share their works with me, so I really appreciate that and I also like this. So if you recreate this scene or you can make anything like this, please share with me so I can watch them and make comments on them. So I really like if you do this thing. So that is how you can create this scene. So I hope you like this, and if you like this please check my other videos, and if you like those videos please do subscribe this channel. So we will see in the next video. So till then, take care and bye bye.
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't